Hello, hello, hello. Hey, friends. If you're here watching this replay, thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. My name is Svava Brooks. I am a trauma recovery coach, and I love to hang out here on Periscope and YouTube Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I hang out with my fellow survivor thrivers as we talk about the healing journey and we share our wins, our breakthroughs, our challenges. Hey, friend, welcome. So if you're curious to hear about the coaching that I offer to survivors, happy to pass on the tools and the things that have helped me on this long journey, and also my passion to bring survivors together in a community, because healing after trauma is a lonely road. So if we can come together and support one another, we heal faster. And for most of us, I don't know about you guys, I'm a handful. So I needed a lot of support. So I'm happy to admit that. Yes, healing after trauma. So glad to be here with all of you. So if you're here right now live, please say hello. Please let me know that you're here so I can welcome you. I see my YouTube friends are here. Hey, EJ. Hey, Lady Leo. Hey, Sue. Hey, friends. And my Periscope friends. We are going to be going through one page from our Releasing Your Authentic Self book. The topic of discussion today is self-acceptance. Fair warning, we may dig deep a little bit today, but it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. So really take good care of yourself while you're here with us. And please feel free to jump in, join the conversation. If you have questions, concerns about healing, and are looking for some answers, if I don't know the answers, I'll turn it to our wise community, and hopefully we can point you in the right direction. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Look at all those hearts, my friends. And to my Periscope friends, again, the link, if you are curious about the YouTube live stream and chat, you can find the link to my YouTube channel in my Periscope profile. So please join us if you can. Glad you're here. And start with, where are you from? What's your name? Most of these beautiful faces, I want to say, I know your names. And when I see all these names, I see a face and my heart starts to sing. How are you guys? How's it going? What's new and good? I know these are challenging times. We have is it blessed? See, and you guys have to apologize. On Periscope, the font is so small, I can barely read it. Oh no, I see it here. Catherine. Catherine from Oakland, California. Hey, Catherine. Welcome. We have, let's see, we have EJ, I don't know what state you live in. For some reason, I can't think of that. I know Lady Leo is in Georgia. Sue is in the UK. Okay. Is that Wisconsin? I'm not from around here, you know, so blessed like you is the Periscope handle. Oh, I love it. Oh my God. You have to stick till the end, because there's a link to you being here. You have to stay till the end, all right? Because I pulled a card today and it's your card. So, Catherine. So, we're going to be hanging out for about an hour. So, hang in there. Yes. I love those synchronicities, some random things, right? So, great. Thanks, EJ. So, Wisconsin. We have Rachel from New Jersey. Like I said, Lady Leo from Georgia. Who did I miss? Rob from the UK. And I don't see anybody else right now. So please help me out, guys. So, and our new friend, Catherine from California. I'm in Portland, Oregon. I was a longtime resident in California, San Diego for many, many years. But I have to say, I love it up here. I love up here in Portland. Happy to be here. The colder weather suits me fine. Sue says she's busy with rehearsals for the song, and a premise of one recorded a couple of months back happens tomorrow. And the premiere. Okay, nice. That's exciting. Hey, Rachel, did I say hello? So much going on. So many moving parts. Yes, and there's Donna from New Jersey. So what game are we playing? Yeah, exactly. What game are we playing? Lady Leo says, I'm the same, just processing and trying to sit with some icky feelings. Well, I am glad that you're here, my friend. Glad you're here. This is a good place to come with those icky feelings. Hey, Rob. Well, my friend, you guys always put a smile on my face. Always put a sunshine right over my head, and it makes my heart sing anytime I get to hang out with you guys. So, and Catherine, if you missed it earlier, I was saying the link to my YouTube channel you can find in my Periscope profile if you're curious. So just wanted to let you know. And Denise is here. Nice. How are you doing, friend? How are you doing? How is Donna doing? And EJ is cramming to finish taxes. Mine are done and trying to finish her son's. Well, you're a good mom. Who else got the taxes done? No. Let's not ask that, right? Mine are done. Mine are done. So glad to get that off my plate. That was actually a few weeks ago. So I was actually proud that we didn't wait until the night before, like some years. So good to see you guys. Oh my goodness. The screen is lit up with hearts here on YouTube. And again, to my Periscope friends, someone here, is it Michael? Hey, Michael, he shares, a person never fully heals from trauma. I hear you, Michael. I hear you. It's a very hard, rough journey for sure. I don't think we are ever the same after trauma, but there is, at least I'm going to just speak for myself, and maybe I will ask the community to share their journey, because we're all in different places in our journey. But there has been very challenging things about my trauma journey, but I also feel there are some things that have helped me to evolve, to become even a better person, because I now understand pain and loss and hurt and sadness on a level that I know for sure I wouldn't have volunteered for those experiences, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But this human over here, being relentless in her journey as a seeker to understand the human condition and understand my home, right? This place that I live in. I have found many, many blessings along the ways, and I would not trade my journey now for any of it. I wouldn't, right? Because I have an understanding of myself and other people that I don't think I would have gained without my experience. Thank you. My trauma, however, did change my outlook on many things and changed me for a better person. Thank you, friend. I understand. We'd call that post-trauma growth. And what I'm seeing here in this community is that once we figure some things out, right? Because it's a creative process and it's a trial and error process. What do you know, right? Right? Humans, isn't that how we learn? But once we move out of protection, defense, hurt, and shift into being open to learn about ourselves and others and be open to learn how things do connect. And once we have those aha moments and feel that relief, oh my God, I wasn't broken. Oh my God, I was not crazy. I'm a textbook example of an adult that had a horrid childhood, that did not get her needs met, that was not protected, that wasn't right, honored, respected, nurtured, celebrated, supported through all her developmental stages. No, I missed out on a lot of that. But we can go back and do some of that work. It's, of course, different, but the outcome is we understand ourselves better. And when I understood this human better, I understood other humans better. Oh my goodness, that's intense. I am so sorry. That's intense, right? And I am so, you said you were quadriplegic for 9 months, fell off an exam table at a doctor's office, broke my neck in 3 places. Whew. Listen, Michael, I am terribly sorry to hear about that. That is hard, to say the least. Oh my goodness. So thank you for being here with us. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Let's see here, catching up on the comments. Treading water is good compared to not treading right. Treading water, says Denise. Well, I'm glad you're here. We've missed you. Yep. Lady Leo says, I have to believe I will heal. Will I always remember what happened to me? Yes, but it won't affect me the same and my self-image is better. Thank you, Lady Leo. Thank you. Rob says, I'm nearly human. I hear you. I hear you, my friend. We're on the edge there sometimes. We're on the edge. Hey, Sue S and Sue P are here. Hey, Sue S, we missed you too. We missed you too. Donna says, I hate the trauma, but meeting my wonderful friends here and discovering the things that can be different are empowering. Yes, my friend. Yes. Thank you, right? Michael, I want you to know you have some friends over here in the community on YouTube that are commenting what you shared with us. I think I saw another comment here. Dealing with rejection from a parent who gaslighted me with a church group that changed 25 years of relationship. I'm so sorry, Catherine. I'm so sorry. Very sorry. That's toxic. That is hard. That is hard. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing that with me, with us. Thank you for sharing. Well, my friends, are we ready? I shouldn't ask, but here we go. I'm going to set up our conversation. with the topic from today from our book, right? And if you don't have the book, that's fine. Feel free to jump in and comment and share. And I'm gonna basically share here and then open it up for comments. And a few of our group members have shared their journal entry from today in our Facebook group and have given me permission to share with you all. So lots of beautiful wisdom being shared here today. And also, thank you, friends, for being so vulnerable, so courageous, sharing from the heart, sharing from our wounded hearts, right? As a way to kind of let the light in, right? That's the purpose of sharing some of that, so we can understand it and feel connected with others that are also going through similar experiences. So today is day 196, and here goes. When I could finally love and accept every part of myself, an amazing thing happened. So the topic today is self-acceptance, right? When I could finally love and accept every part of myself, an amazing thing happened. I fell in love with who I am and the person that I have become. No longer need to hide any part of myself. Nope. No part of me is bad. No part of me is shameful, and no part of me deserves to be abused, right? Those were the stories that I told myself as a child, right? Confused that the people that I thought loved me and were going to protect me didn't. So I came up with some really sad stories, because that's all we can do as children. We come up with stories about who we are. And very often, when helpful, caring adults are missing to help us process what's going on, the story always, most often, ends up being there's something wrong with us, that we did something bad, or we are inherently bad. So the two questions that I ask in our community today: have you adequately grieved for who you were before your trauma or abuse, right? So you can fall in love with who you are now. So here's the thing. The reason why I ask that question, the reason why I put it out there, because so often what gets in the way of our self-acceptance are our feelings. Is kind of sometimes the hard feelings. I wanted to say yucky feelings. They were yucky when we were little, but they were hard because they were overwhelming. So part of self-acceptance is to understand what the feelings are, why they're here, right? We're humans, it's normal to feel. So, and the second question is, have you fallen in love with the person that you have become? And if fallen in love is too big, right? Then I'd like to put it out there. What part of you have you accepted? Do you appreciate, right? Because sometimes, like, okay, this one little finger I can accept. I'm working on the rest. So one little thing at a time. Okay, love this finger. Or I can appreciate, one cell of my human self, and just hold that cell, right? And give that cell love and appreciation and gratitude and care, because it's a part of me. And sending it love, holding it with care. right? One little piece at a time, and then I'm going to take it into my heart and slowly let that cell impact all the other cells. So those are the questions for today. Coming back here, I'm navigating a couple windows, so bear with me, friends. Yes, I do think we are one Elizabeth short today. Yes, EJ says, no, I have not adequately grieved yet. And no, I have not fallen in love with who I have become yet. I like that yet, EJ. Thank you so much. Good. Excellent, right? And she goes on to say here, but I'm okay with where I'm at with not grieving yet and not falling in love with me yet. There's no judgment, just where I am. Exactly. Rob liked that too. That's awesome. Donna says, I accept my belly button. It's an innie and that makes me happy. Yay! Anybody else want to share? What do you accept about yourself? If, like I said, falling in love is too big. No love with myself after trauma because I feel the person injected a part of themselves into me. I hear you, Catherine. I hear you. I totally understand. And that's some of the work we do as part of our healing, right? Is to start to separate who we are and from the people that hurt us, and even who we are from some of the things that we did to cope, right? Because a lot of maybe our behavior or acting out was because of the hurt. And so often we think that then that's our fault, but those things are linked together. But it's so important because I understand a lot of the shame that I carried and the rejection about myself was because, I thought that all those things were me. Bad things happened, I'm bad. No, right? What other people do says more about them than it says about me. So to learn to separate those two. You guys are silly. You guys are silly. All right, so hang on. I'm going to go back here to our group and some of the comments that have been shared with us. So Donna shared with us today. She says, have I adequately grieved the person I was before? Question mark. I'm still in the process of uncovering that there was actually a full person. I've lived for a good portion of my life for others, to do, to serve, or to be their supply. Discovering that I have a voice is both hopeful and at times terrifying. I haven't fallen in love with that person yet. There's the yet, Donna. I'm still at the earliest stages of discovering what love means. Defining a construct for adult self-love has been mostly about following examples given by some wonderful healers. Svava is one of those healers. Thank you, Donna. I can't say I deeply feel it, but I do know that on good days, it's a tool to re-regulate and find the possibility that I can sit alongside myself without dissociation or disgust. Baby steps. Yes, my friend Donna. Absolutely. baby steps. There are no quick fixes. This work isn't done by like one and done, right? It is a process. And the process is because we are, how do I say this? We are very much have become thinking machines, spend so much up here instead of being machines, fully being embodied and present in our bodies. So, right, to take all that thinking being and shift it in for a more present embodied being, right? I often think about falling in love is kind of like the journey to the heart, right? We go from here to our hearts. I'm playing with words right now. It's like you fall from your head to your heart. So unconditional love, that's right. That's right. So you're doing a beautiful work, Donna, and you're doing what I did in the beginning. And this is exactly what we had to do when we didn't have a healthy, role models for some of these things, and we didn't have that lived experience. Yeah, I know what it feels like to be loved, accepted by others, right? Then we don't know. And for so many of us, right, we had to disconnect to the point of, I'm not worthy of love since I'm clearly not good enough. And the pain from that decision we often made as children, right? Then also we disconnected from our own love. So the journey is like the one you are talking about, right? You are defining a construct for self-love by following examples. That's how we learn. We look for role models, other bodies that we can, this body can mirror that. I can do that. And then we try it on, right? How does that feel? Do I like this? Is this me? So you're doing a beautiful job, Donna. You are. You are. Absolutely, you are. So thank you so much for your sharing. And I just want to say, I know we've all fallen in love with you, my friend. So you bring so much joy, so much joy. So Sue P goes on to share with us today. She says, currently, I think I'm continuing to grieve for who I was before the abuse and the neglect, though it all started so young that I have no real concept of who that person is. However, I am gradually learning to accept more of the wounded parts of myself as I discover them. But at present, falling in love with myself feels too strong a phrase for me to use. I feel like I'm still unraveling what love actually is. I guess I could probably express it more easily as accepting and caring for myself. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That just made my heart start to sing here, Sue. Woo. My heart just started pouring out energy right now, because it is not a thinking thing. It's a feeling thing. It's like loving, kindness, action oriented, right? How do we care for ourselves, right? And I always take it back to self-care, and the emphasis is on caring. How do I care for myself? So you're doing it. You're doing it. While I know you're also, right, learning to be, and are becoming the parent and the protector that you needed, connecting with those little wounded inner parts, your inner child, right? Giving them the space and the safety to share their hurt, to listen, really listen to their confusion, right? Not understanding, what did I do wrong? What was wrong with me? I tried to be a good girl, right? Try to do everything right. And that's so much part of our job now, my friends, right? Is to be present and listen. Because being heard feels like being loved. So thank you, Sue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Scrolling through our comments here. The head to the heart is sometimes the longest journey. That's right, Sue. Absolutely. That's right, Lady Leo. No way is it one and done. Oh, if it were so. Thinking and dissociating machine. Yes. And right, the dissociation is for a reason. Our nervous system is overwhelmed. Our nervous system is overwhelmed. Right? And so part of that is like, as we bring in kindness, warmth, and compassion for these bodies and for ourselves. You're welcome, Donna. I hear you, my friends. I think the whole world is dissociating a little bit right now as a survival strategy, as a coping strategy, right? That brain fog, that like, I'm so tired at the end of the day. It's like feeling like you've been hit by a truck. Is that we're not built for this uncertainty. And so our mind, our meaning making mind, is like drilling through all those worst case scenarios, and we are exhausted from it, right? We are, okay, how do we deal with this? How do we deal with this? How do we deal with this? Who knows what to do? Who knows what to do? Who knows what to do? Oh, so it's exhausting. So a little bit of dissociation right now, go for it. It's a good strategy for the mind who's like, I need a timeout. I can't. We have run the scenario 5 million times with all the past historical, right? What has happened in the past, where we've been, who we've been with, what happened when, and we come up at a loss. So we need a timeout. Can you unplug the machine? So I'm trying to make light of it, but it's exhausting, my friends. We're all tired. We are all really tired, and it's not over yet. So absolutely hear you on that one, Donna. Lady Leo says, okay, I'll be back then. Yep, I hear you. I hear you, my friend. Sue says, yes, being heard feels like being loved. Yep, absolutely. It took time after I broke my neck. I hear you, my friend. I'm sure. That's quite something to go through. I am so, so sorry. So, so sorry. It's a lot. I'm taking deep breaths, sending you love. So glad you're here. And again, to my Periscope friends, looks like I'm talking to myself here, but I do have my YouTube people that I'm interacting with. So, but I'm so glad you're here. Let's see here. Lady Leo shared with us today. She says, my abuse started at a very young age and continued to until I was a young adult. I don't think I've grieved any of those parts. Having my innocence snatched very early in life creates a loss that is unexplainable, at least for me anyway. How do you grieve the death of innocence when you don't have a connection to it or remember what it feels like? I hear you, my friend. That is hard. That is hard. She goes on to say, falling in love with who I have become is just as difficult because it feels like I am two individuals. The one that others say is this amazing person, and then the way I feel on the inside. Can anybody else relate to Lady Leo? Feel like two different people? I just want to say I felt like I had multiple parts in there, right? And which maybe even I can relate to what you're saying. It's like, you know, looking a certain way on the outside, what people see, right? And people celebrate and think you're amazing and you're doing so great or whatever, right? And then you feel so rotten on the inside. It doesn't add up, right? And it sometimes even, I think, can contribute to us feeling so crappy. It's like, well, if they only knew the truth about me, they wouldn't think that I'm this great. If they really knew the stuff that I had done or, right, what I've been through, yeah, no. So I understand, Wanda. I understand, Lady Leo, right? So you ask how is that, again, we need to separate all those parts. And I've shared with you guys, I have a whole tribe of parts inside of me, right? There's my little infant self, my little toddler self, my little 6, 7, 8-year-old self, my, you know, preteen self. There's my teenage self. There is my young adult self, right? There's a lot of them. They all played a role and they all took on holding a memory or a painful experience, and a lot of the toxic beliefs, because it was too much for one person, for one part, right? So, hey friend, welcome. So part of healing, right, becoming the parent that I needed was to do that inner work through my body. The body is the wisdom keeper, right? Keeps the historical records of all we've been through, good or bad sometimes, right? We track it in the body. What's the body trying to tell us? And inside the body are these parts that are holding on to these memories, experiences. And right, it's, I don't have a multiple personality. It's just that there is, like, it feels like a presence, energetic presence of this part that definitely feels like a 6-year-old or feels like you know, 16-year-old. And often they're also associated with a particular feeling. So sometimes those intense feelings, Like, I don't know about you, but for a long time, it felt like, when my inner child took over, I very felt like I was regressing. Like my language shifted, how I wrote looked different. So it's almost like that part takes over. The ones I was able to get to know this part, listen to her, hear her, accept her, let her have her feelings, right? Then she integrated into the whole, part of the whole, me. And there was a lot of holding those little girls and letting them cry, letting them have their feelings. So yes, it takes time. It takes time. But you can do it. You can do it, my friend. Awesome, Rob. I'm glad you found that helpful. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Sharon. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Yes, the emotions from the parts are very different feelings. Yes. Yes. And again, like I shared earlier, it's all about, right, separating those parts, giving each part a space and hearing them out, because they hold on to those stories, and a lot of it are those toxic lies and the shame about our past. So you're doing a beautiful job, Lady Leo. You're doing a beautiful job. All right, let's see here. Sue S shared with us. Sue S shared with us. She says, no, I never thought about grieving for the child I never got to be. I was just an infant when I was adopted, so I never ever had the childhood that most children are afforded with loving parents. I never knew love from the very beginning. I never felt the touch of a loving hug from a nurturing parent. I never heard kind words from a parent that cherished their children. Not once was I praised for doing something I could be proud of. Nothing was good enough, and no one ever cared about me. I've always wondered what it would be like to be a child at play as I watched my own children swing at the park and run and jump around on the playground. They were so innocent and free to laugh with their siblings and friends. I now watch my grandchildren playing in the park and love hearing their laughter. I never laughed as a child. I never cried once I became a child who felt emotions, because that was beaten out of me. I was numb to all that happened to me because I could not show how I felt on the inside. I yearned to be like other children and constantly wondered what was so wrong with me that I deserved to be hated like that, like I was. How do I grieve for something I don't understand or know how it feels? This is something I will die not knowing. I was never that innocent and free, that never innocent and free child exploring the world for the first time. I feel like I was born straight into adulthood with a foundation of rage, hate, and bitterness. Sorrow was my middle name, and shame was my loyal shadow. Now that I've begun my healing journey, I do love the person that I am now. I am proud that I survived such horrendous hell that no child should ever have to endure. I'm in love with the courageous and eager spirit that I have become, and everything in life is new and exciting. I am learning to embrace every emotion with grace and understanding. I am loving that I can validate myself and not need the constant approval from others. I am worthy of every good thing in life and love that fact that I do truly deserve it. I am beautiful in all my imperfections, and no one will ever be able to take that away from me again. Now I'm filled with hope and ambition. I'm in love with my heart and cherish everyone around me. I have so much love to give, and it starts with myself and flows out to the world around me. Life is precious for once, and I deserve to feel the same love I give so freely to others. It's time for me to shine, and I love that each day is a new opportunity to grow and heal. Life is good, and I'm honored to live it. Whew. You, my friend, Sue, thank you so much for sharing. You, my friend, are a miracle. Yes, you are. Such powerful writing, right? And I think I speak for all of us, right? I'm so sorry for all that you went through as a child, right? Not your fault. It was not your fault. Not then, not now, not ever, right? Never anything wrong with you. You were just a child. So happy to hear, right, that you are enjoying your grandchildren, right? Your grandchildren, and are able to, right, enjoy their beauty and innocence, and that you are able to feel the appreciation for who you are today, right? Like, because kind of in the end, when you do that, it's like you win, right? No matter what they did, ultimately, it's your heart, right? Your journey, your life to live. So I am super, super proud of you. I know you don't need me to be proud of you, but thank you so much for sharing that with us. And you write so eloquently. Just beautiful. Beautiful to read. And you're lifting all of us. You're lifting all of us here with your sharing. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sharon. Sharon says here, Sue, I relate in many ways. Sitting with you. Yep. Yep. You are not alone, my friend. That's right. That's right, Rob. Honest and hopeful. Love how you notice the kids and take joy in making sure that they can be kids. I definitely can relate to that, Sue, because nothing brings me more joy than hearing my kids laugh. Right? Like so many of us here, we grew up way too soon, right? We didn't have the innocence We didn't have the innocence of being playful. So it is when we can hold spaces for our kids and get in touch with joy later in life, right? I'm certainly a silly person today. Don't take myself too seriously, right? Look for the things that bring me joy and laughter. So, hey, Stephen, I see you, friend. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you have a problem and that you are in pain. Unfortunately, we cannot help you with that right now, but if you can reach out to local authorities or call 911 where you are, please do so. Please ask for help where you are locally. There's nothing we can do here, my friend. I'm very sorry. Please take care of yourself and please reach out for help. I know you're trying to do that here, but if you're in pain, you need local help. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you sharing that. MDMA assisted therapy is one of the biggest breakthroughs for healing trauma. I don't know what MDMA stands for. Yes, here we talk about impact of trauma, anxiety, depression, right? All the challenges. Got it, Rob. Okay. I got it. Okay, Rob, thank you. Well, I certainly haven't tried it, but I think we are just finally starting to learn about all the different ways that we can help our bodies and mind to heal after traumatic events, hard trauma, soft trauma, right? So no wonder that seems fun. Yes, I hear you, Rob. But so I think in the next few years, hopefully, we are going to see all kinds of breakthroughs in terms of what we're learning about we can do to heal. Yes, that's right, Rob. That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, my friends, I also pulled up a quote from our favorites, right? Brene Brown. Love her quotes. You know, a lot of her research around shame also ties into learning, you know, or understanding the need to belong and to feel accepted. And that's one of the things that that we struggle with because of trauma, right? Because of trauma, we disconnect from our bodies. Often it's you know, our biology takes over when something feels too big, too overwhelming. But when we don't have the support to reconnect with our bodies and understand what is happening to us, for so many of us, we stay disconnected like that for a long time. And unfortunately, I think we see it all around us. We live in a very disconnected, disembodied world. And so Brene Brown writes here, the truth is belonging starts with self-acceptance. Your level of belonging, in fact, can never be greater than your level of self-acceptance. Because believing you're enough is what gives you the courage to be authentic, vulnerable, and imperfect. Right? And again, when we didn't get that loving, trusting support when we were children, that we didn't feel that with our parents, right? Absolutely. We shouldn't let anyone else define how valuable we are. Absolutely. But if we grow up without knowing we're enough, like I have two caregivers or one caregiver that really sees me, not just what I do for them, right? Not just how I play a little Miss Perfect to not rock the boat, but really sees me. They accept me. And I know I belong here. Like it gives us that safety, that sense of safety as children. And then we don't have that, right? It's like we never feel like we belong. I don't know about you, family I grew up in, that madness, I didn't feel like I belonged, but yet these were my biological family, right? Because they didn't see me, they didn't hear me, I didn't feel safe there. So part of the healing journey, once we understand what is it that we inherently need as being human, as adults, as children, and to recognize the reason why I struggled with self-acceptance, because no one showed me what that looked like. No one accepted Svava the way she was as a child and supported her acting out and exploring and making mistakes and all the things that we needed to do on the developmental stages into adulthood. We don't know what that looks like or sounds like or feels like. And then, of course, as children, it's like there must be something wrong with me. And then we give up trying to be ourselves, right? Like she says, the courage to be authentic, vulnerable, and imperfect? No. Right? After that traumatic childhood, please, I'm gonna fit in all the boxes, so I will fit into this group. I'm not gonna be weak. I'm tough. I'm not gonna show my feelings. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And I'm working myself to death to try to be perfect, right? So all the things opposite of self-acceptance. So little did I know that I was the one feeding all the things that made me feel like I wasn't good enough. I didn't belong. I can't accept myself. I don't know who I am. I'm doing all these things to be accepted by them. Oh, right? It's a mess. It's confusing. So what do we do about this? Right? Okay, I'm going to start with this one finger. I'm going to accept this one finger, or I'm going to accept this one thing about myself, right? This quirky little thing or whatever it is. And then slowly and surely you start to like appreciate yourself for how you are different and who you are authentically, and recognize that being soft, sharing your heart is your strength, right? That is your most authentic self. And being vulnerable and open with another human, it is imperfect, right? It is imperfect because none of us are perfect. Just me sitting here talking with you guys, I didn't know how this conversation was going to go or how this was going to unfold, but I'm like, I'm just going to show up with my kind, generous heart and do my best. And I trust there will be some people scrolling through. It's like, what the heck is she talking about? I don't know about this woman. And then there are others like, huh, that kind of resonates. That makes sense. Right? We have to focus on our strengths and not our weaknesses. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. So anyways, my friends, we are on the 5 o'clock here. I can go on and on and on and on and on this topic. Yes, that's right. We tend to self-sabotage ourselves with our own thoughts because we believe our thoughts. Most of our thoughts, if we stop to listen, nope, 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 not listen, not for sure, not believing those thoughts. And then I'm going to choose what I'm going to do. I'm not going to just follow blindly those thoughts. Did I think I did, Rob. Did I not share yours? Thank you for bringing it up. I must have missed it. I didn't see it, Rob. So sorry, my friend. I don't see it. I don't see it. I will look up again. That's right. As long as we don't believe every thought, we'll be okay. That's right, my friend. That's right. I'm going to refresh here, Rob. Happy to pull it out, but I also pulled a card for us today, like I always do. And Catherine, I don't know if you're still here, but I thought this is perfect for you. Right? One day he or she woke up and counted their blessings. And that is what I believe, my friends. You all, we all have everything that we need to heal and restore, right? Nope, we will never go back to being the same, right? Because change is, right? We're always going forward, but you are blessed. You are blessed. Everything that you need to heal and restore. Rob, I just noticed it here. He says his comments today, getting there, I reckon, is a wonderful thing to realize that you can love yourself. I reckon I grieved long enough. The universe sent me a test to which I'll inform you about later. But a lot of question too was helped by a combo of listening to you guys describing a lovable, worthy person and reinforcing with your words when I was doubting it. Beautiful, Rob. That's beautiful, my friend. I'm so glad that you are realizing that yes, you can love yourself, right? I'm my own biggest fan. And this is not from an ego or being selfish. It's like, no, it's my job to know what brings me joy, what makes me happy, right? And how to take care of myself, right? Just saying this, place my hand here on my heart. My heart is singing right now. And it always does after we hang out together. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all of you for being here with us tonight. I appreciate you sharing your comments, your thoughts. I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays, most weeks when I can. So feel free to join our conversation. Thank you, Periscope friends, for the hearts. I appreciate them and appreciate the thumbs up here on YouTube. And if this conversation supported you, please give me a thumbs up, just like I mentioned. And remember to subscribe. That way you will get notifications when I do go live, even though YouTube's been giving me a hard time. I have to restart twice to go live lately. But with that, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, friends. Have a beautiful evening. And I will see you on Thursday, same time, same place. Until then, good night, my friends. Thanks, friends. Good night, Lady Leo. Good night, Rob. Good night, Denise and Rachel and Sue and Sue. and Donna and Denise and good night, friends.